the Shaker Historical Museum in Shaker Heights, Ohio. This exhibit, Shaker Makers American Furniture Icons from North Union, is presented in part thanks to Cuyahoga Arts and Culture and our partnership with the Ohio History Connection. The Shaker Historical Society was founded here in 1947. The Shakers of North Union had a community here from 1822 to 1889 in the Western Reserve of Connecticut. Here they produced peg rails, furniture of all sorts, but the identity of the makers and the type of their furniture is little known. Typically, the authorities will, if they discuss North Union at all, will mention that in passing or that the influence of the furniture design was inspired by Union Village. But we have found no direct correlation between the furniture from Union Village and that which was produced here at North Union. Here is a marriage of walnut cupboards with your typical Shaker cupboard doors that you find in kitchens across Europe and America. It is an iconic image, as is your typical Shaker ladderback chair. This simple chair was indeed made at North Union. It descended in the Harrison and Tier families and serves as a guideline to help identify other chairs made here at North Union, such as those that still retain paint. Most furniture was refinished before it came to us, in this case, rather badly, on this wonderful tilter chair that has the mechanism in the back leg so as not to break the chairs. One of the features you can see here are lines scored in where stretchers met the uprights or where the back slat met the upright as well. Most furniture was indeed painted here at North Union. Here's an example of a North Union high chair where you can still see the residue of the red paint varnish on this high chair, as well as the Russell's cradle, which you can see the red in the corner. So even if a piece of furniture like these many rockers had been refinished, a lot of it still retains paint in the cracks or in the corners. North Union seemed to have a greater flexibility in the type of finials that they did. This is what we call a apple and apple core finial. Your standard elliptical and a plain globe and the very simple no finial version in the Harrison Tier chair. So there was flexibility in what they did, unlike the mass production of furniture that you would have found at Mount Lebanon. We know the identity now of some of the makers here, who were joiners or carpenters. There was even a Swiss immigrant who was a painter. And we also know that a Shaker sailor made furniture for North Union. We know also that the type of dining chair that was at North Union with the low back. And we know that for the first time, North Union furniture also had casters. This work table in a very Sheraton country style has holes in the bottom of the legs where casters very likely were inserted. And although this table was refinished, yet again on the underside we have residue of layers of paint. We would love to be able to define more fully the Shaker furniture and what was made here. And hopefully we will have donations that will enable us to do that, to determine the types of paint that were done here so we can identify what indeed is a North Union piece for authenticity. The authorities who have written books about Shaker furniture in this country also have said that North Union did not have built-ins. But this walnut cupboard that was purchased at auction from the Shakers of North Union very clearly was a built-in at one point. The base of it is not finished and there is no proper top to it. It would have just fitted right into the wall. As far as the types of timbers that they worked, they had chestnut, hemlock, maple, mulberry, oak, pine, poplar, and walnut. I emphasize the pine because some of those books said that North Union did not have pine secondary woods. But we do know at their great sawmill that not only did they have pine, but they also imported pine from Michigan. And on this Shaker chest of drawers, we do have a pine carcass. And this piece was refinished before it came to us, like so many others, removing the original finish. So we will need to rewrite the history books when it comes to Shaker furniture at North Union, and we hope that you will come and visit us and see what other new research we have in store for you at the Shaker Historical Society, 16740 South Park Boulevard, Shaker Heights. Everyone's welcome. Do see us.